In Search of Unrelenting Emotions. Collected Poems. By Alfred Vassallo. Preface. Watch out for those unrelenting emotions. Most of these poems were created under emotional confusion and stress. Emotional moods, such as sorrow and joy, are very common in a person's life, similar to an addict who cannot stay without his substances. The emotional human feels good when he's in control of his emotions. Love cannot exist in an emotional state, it will create havoc without understanding. Unrelenting strong feeling about somebody or something can cause agitation, even confrontation, as you will see when listening to these verses.
Face to face. With the killer came face to face, telling the story was not safe, pleading with such pity and grace, to this world was not the place. The knife entered the heart, a human life torn swiftly apart. The culprit was never caught, leaving a family distraught. Dead by night. Unlimited stars shone brightly, cloudless in the darkest night sky, counting them very unlikely, as a human end draws nigh. The morning won't be loud and gay, sobbing heard sweetly by night, by day. Another day. The sun rises illuminating the sky, the neighbor's cock crows a few times, barking of many dogs loud and clear, the newspapers full of hatred and crimes. The moon guards the night as man rests, the birds resting peacefully in their nests. A failed marriage. The home, where two hearts are disjointed, same two hearts that once loved each other, the temptation of lust so great not small, now they would like each other to smother. The wife neglected her duties of a wife, the husband couldn't keep it in his trousers, his unfaithfulness shall bequeath strife. Sortie after sortie. The completion of another strike, it brought many victims once more. Hospitals couldn't cope with such atrocities. The arrogant leaders loves what people abhor. Fathers dead, mothers cry, children scream, more will die. Honest love. Love of cherished influence, glorious is the heart, rejoicing, in its mighty power will rise, it shall consume hate's poisoning. Deeper gets the love when faithful, an emotional heart which is grateful. The scientists. Bursting with speculation, the brain at work for all the time, experimenting for a solution, plus this and minus that, or divide by two, to achieve great information. Success nearly upon them, yet with some opposition, afraid the others are, with their interpretation, the scientists theorizing, filled hopes of aspiration, begging, hoping, praying, for the ultimate salvation, to satisfy the world, its people full of humiliation, though they know damn well, they're crammed with ambition, for all of humans are biased, leading them to destruction. The scientists works harder, to build on a new generation, forever believing, to annihilate justification, without any bad intention, to heal their civilization. Oscar. Often is the mind mistaken truth with lies, old habits never dies and resurrect, onwards are my arms to touch love, ongoing are my legs to reach peace, overpowered is my soul with sadness. Offering my eyes to see happiness everywhere, over and over again are my ears, haunted by screams of pains, ordinary is my heart which can't cope with humiliation, overrated is my character never seemed to understand injustice, overall, why should I care if no one else does? Another storm. Another storm came and gone, quickly the ambient is purified, water has spared the farmer's grief, the fields of life are sanctified. The flash of lightning lit the black clouded sky, the deafening sounds of thunder scared everyone, the thought of death crept among the few, their life with trembling thoughts have run. Another storm will surely come and go, hoping some hope of peace shall grow. No shadows ahead. There are no shadows ahead, the darkness has conquered, when life is ended, God stands unfettered. There are no shadows ahead, when the past comes to meet the future, together they rise to dwell for truth, for some it shall be contentment, for others torture. There are no shadows ahead, when at last we are all dead. As easy as freedom and choice they call for me, no need for warning bells of aggression and sadness, you can read of peace as easy as 1, 2, 3. Captivity and enslaving they came to me, the need of the warning bells to escape or stow away, they came upon me as easy as ABC. Sleep well, my love. Sleep well, my love, and dream, not of the encounters of the past. Our love battles we fought, are over, our fresh love it grew well and fast. Sleep comfortably, my love, and dream of me, my tears will wipe all your sadness away. Sleep well, my love, and I will be with thee. My love, sleep well, you are happy, I can tell. End of the road. I am at the end of the long road, my haunting shadows shall go away, I'll stand in the middle of now and then, it seems even my death is on delay. Over the past years I looked and looked, the curse of the ghosts still following me, my heart cannot conform to another trial, it seems even my death cannot set me free. The illustrious darkness of my tomb I invite, do I care if an insect or a rat have a bite? No misgivings. I seek escapism from beyond other beings, I have been snatched from a miserable life, the troubles are over, I have no misgivings. The faculties. My weary eyes are closed, they are filled with vicious sights, resting are not even reposed. My jaded ears are blocked, they heard so much of malarkey, in protest and anger they are locked. My weary nose is choked, the smell of heroin is overwhelming, tiredness of rotten smells it needs soaked. My weary mouth is shut, for words has left me and cannot find any, harsh and false word my conscience cut. I have all the seasons come and go, I have felt the bitter cold of winter, I saw fields carpeted white with snow. I looked upon the freshness of spring, the gardens filled with beautiful flowers, I felt a jab on my face by a bee sting. Summer exhausted me by the enormous heat of sun, I've seen beaches packed with holiday makers, basking in cream oils, no believing cancer is no fun. The mild clammy weather of autumn I have seen, the changing of the weather and summer time. The grass is fresher and the meadows crispy green. I have seen all, I have seen what I wanted to see, I speak agitated for not knowing what the future be. At night, in silence, I gaze at the sky, appreciating the quietness and serenity of the night. I wonder if all the nights are the same everywhere, if like me others are admiring tranquility with delight. At night one must sleep, logic dictates. Wondering too, how other lives rotates. Ghosts. A soul or a spirit detached, of a person or animal, deceased, appearing in visible form or manifestation, so it is believed. Some houses and places are haunted, at times they're there to be seen, often they're not to be revealed, the specters and ghosts I mean. They are thought to be daunting and creepy, we are scared of the unspecified, we fright of a shadow in a dim light, hysterics take over when stories are amplified. A theory, ghosts are not ghouls, they are the spirits left behind, all feelings, thoughts and emotions, just remain in meant to be defined. Spirit of human. Humans born on earth, however they are, all, no preference, condemned to die. Some try hard to stay alive and kicking, meaning, them, you and I. The death sentence was confirmed instantly at the very first breath I took, from the instant I was conceived, in my mother's womb I shook. Some humans go about their normal days, enjoying their lives to the fullest, others try hard to stay healthy and survive, none shall live, not even the purest. Is it my fascination with the afterlife? Why am I so absorbed and intrigued? Fascinated with ghouls and ghosts, After all, damn well city they don't bleed. Maybe there is a truth in these ghouls, perhaps there is no denying that we are fools. I believe the spirit of human is trapped, in this world and the afterlife we're strapped. My ghostly belief comes from a person being murdered, taken away leaving the body confused and disordered. Such events may have left the dead being confused, unwilling to move on, to rest in peace, not amused. There is a ghost in my mind I like a visit it in a while, if somewhat interesting I approach it with a smile. If this spirit takes the form of the human I used to know, I will not be frightened, instead I will enjoy show. If this ghost of someone I considered close to with passion, would I be able to join with, in a physical sexual fashion? A question that can only be answered in the colder climate of the grave, which I am quite sure I will get to know it soon, if I am actually brave. Unwanted fetus. Would we want to curse the unwanted pregnancy? Must we condemn the unborn in the uterus? Should we kill the child not yet conceived? The female who despicably denies the fetus? If conceived by a spirited semen of hell, the mother of fuck, she does well to yell. This delivery arrived, signed, sealed and approved by us, we become the godparents of this fetus, conceited and pretentious, promising it our obstinate teaching of inflated living, growing up to be conspicuous, egotistic, even ostentatious. Imagining this fetus that was born, it will grow up exactly as had been planned, to be constantly drugged, corrupted, and completely fucked. It will be taught, but it shall be never made to understand. It will be common sense, even more so wiser, to decide, it is better to terminate, to abort this unwelcome child, no point keeping warmly protected in the womb, knowing damn well that this creature is defiled. Kill this malicious organism, kill it while not properly formed. Destroy this unprepared existence or we will be killed. We have to erase and quickly this unwanted Montres cancer. Surely we do not want again the past history to be fulfilled. We don't want the rebirth of another Hitler. To be educated as another humanity killer. Rough sleepers. Very bleak is their future, no home to go to, feeling isolated, without furnishings and unadorned, in desolation, nothing motivated. The exposure must be appalling, unprotected, unsheltered, vulnerable. The severe cold nights, which inflict the bodies, must be piercing, must be unbearable. The cheerless attitude must be one of despair, no comfort from the situation, devoid of heat, it must be wretched, a serious dreary living, uncongenial, obscene and lacking a crumb to eat. An unfortunate circumstance put them in this situation? Or self-inflicted by the abuse of drugs and alcohol? Whatever the reasons, homeless people are increasing daily, sleeping in high streets, without granny's shawl. One must be grateful for some good Samaritans, who in the cold, rainy and the dark evenings, go out and serve these unfortunates with sandwiches, hot cups of soup, hoping to give new beginnings. Counselor of Facts. My heart is brimming with love and harmony, with few words created by passion's emotion. Tears were the ink for the pen that wrote them, they cleanse, and purify the acts of commotion. My tongue is flowing with bewitching phrases, with dignity as the principle of persuasive lips. What sounds I hear when my words are spoken truly, they take away shadows from the pulsating life's eclipse. I have learnt of true love, by truth's fear. The counselor of facts made me think clear. Strength of love. My love is the absolute haven of my strength. The heart filled with love helps me in times of struggle, whatever the cause may be. My fears of doubt fades, waters under my bridge seizes and joy smuggle. My heart will never shake again with hate's violent motion. My love is stronger and will beat any advanced commotion.
chaotic moments. The ears were angry, the eyes were moved, the sound of the voice benumbed, the arms and legs grooved. Wars, all over the earth, not only of missiles and bombs, also of smugglers and drug dealers, all of which put people in tombs. The knife I cut bread with, stabbed me hard, the fire that cooks my food, caught me off guard. Ode to Malta. The spirit of my country, matures with greatness, rejuvenate our freedom, its unspoiled history ageless. The island of success offered cultivation, it required care and plethora of attention, the memory of the past colonizations departed, its people love and respect with prudence and devotion. While head of states debate peace, their weapons manufactured nonetheless, Malta knows well what war is all about, its children remember how they became fatherless. Malta's children grew old and left, the nest of the beloved island laid bare, it never stopped worrying about its people, while big and rich countries are unaware. The ambitions of the Maltese much esteemed, though very small we challenge the world, in spite of its mature age we are rich in love, independence pride, any invasions shall be hurled. Malta belongs to the Maltese, most friendly, keen to please. Toad's Tale. A nonsense poem. The mule took to the road, it lost its stable to a cunning toad, the toad's wife left him for a bull, its broken heart with anger full. The toad became fragile and insecure. Went to a doctor for a cure, the doctor locating the weak heart, told it to find another toad for a fresh start. The toad left for the nearest stream, hoping it finds a mate of a dream. It tempted a young one with his charm, they wedded and live happily on her farm. Like flowers. Like pretty roses they will fade away, lilies that bloom and quickly decay, like beautiful carnations in full bloom, the exquisiteness vanishes into doom. My life step by step, moves towards the end, like a bird shot dead, and never again ascend. Nothing can. No storm can harm the beauty of my life, neither can damage the glowing devotion, no storm can slow me down to find love, neither it will subdue my ardent emotion. In calmer weather, with enchanting words from my lips, it enhances my warm hands to surround the body I love. In calmer weather, my anxious heart beats harder for her, it heightens the clarity of affection as pure as a dove. No storm can harm the beauty of my life, in calmer weather, my heart beats without strife. Nature's best. A robin brightly singing its tuneful song, drops of fresh wet leaves, from an early rainfall, bright rainbow displayed in the clear sky, as the children, cheerfully playing ball. Flowers of all shape and colors, in full bloom, nearby church bells, celebrating the arrival of spring, the shepherd watches his sheepdog, doing his job well, while under an oak tree, the lovers joyfully sing. Nature at its best, and that was created on song, as the day passes by, we endorse love all year long. Happy are the thoughts. Let me watch the stars that brightly twinkle in the sky, while the clouds, covers the gleam as they hover by. The seagulls flapping their wings as they look for food, the strong sunshine sparkle golden light on sea waves, the ducks splashing their way on the calm river waters, while mourners gather around their loved ones' graves. Joyously praising the Lord, are the voices of the choir boys, chanting solemnly are the monks declaring their joys. While I sit on my arse. The explorer journeys hand in hand with danger, the scientist experiments deeply to find a solution, the alchemist mixes potions to change iron into gold, the timid soldier kills his enemy to defend his nation. While I sit on my arse, watching their news on the television, as the corrupt politician, mumbling his words with indecision. War. The invincible army marching away towards hell, they lift their proud loud voices in one patriotic song, their mind and bodies belongs to the state at war, while mothers, fathers, wives and children weep along. The enemy waits, until the shadows of death is tasted, the violent skirmishes begin, the bodies lay dead wasted. belonging. I belong to a cursed love, it reigns deeply in my deepest heart. I know in this, I'm all alone, for emotions like shadows they'll depart. I belong to Satan, the prince of darkness, in wicked state I have been placed, through eternity I'm heartless. I belong to the grim reaper, the prince of death, in this I am not alone, so don't hold your breath. Nothing shall approach, nothing shall appear, days passes by, nothing to cheer, the omens filled with fear. Strife shall swarm, love becomes cold, the luster of life fades, nothing to behold. The heart will share apathy, nothing shall prevail, nothing stable remains, everything will fail. The world at war. The world shall fear chaos, from country to country, everyone shall hear the cries, the atrocity shall have no sentry. Each tenacious bomb overwhelm, the unruly hearts strengthen, the land fighting, lacks sympathy, as the bloodshed lengthen. Evilness fills emptiness. The tongue of evilness conspires hatred, kills the sacred, the demolition creates pensiveness. Jealousy works cunningly, the love of evil is bigger than the love of good, speaking with lies is easily misunderstood, it conspires seductively. Abhorrence devours morality, the deceitful tongue enjoys, forever destroys, it removes hospitality. The rotten roots tangle with character, the soul sees it, and fears it, they entwine and on the face they spit, human behavior on evil register. Mistrust foils the riches of tenacity, it strengthens the heart of wickedness, the loving thoughts eradicate kindness, the mouth opens and speak only of audacity. Evilness fills emptiness, emptiness enjoys evilness, together, forever, in atrociousness. Preserving love from hateful enemies. Saving my name from odious tongues, upholding my character with all my might. Without listening to vile words of vindictive mouths. For enemies of all kinds risen up and fouled against me. Poison words have sought to destroy me, they haven't seen the last of my anger. A promise, a solemn promise, with which it abides me to life. Behold, I am living, behold, alive and kicking, behold, abusive talk is cheap. I have sustained my heart with strong emotions, my soul is purified with cleansing thoughts, repayment to the evil of my enemies is due, not with violence, neither with nastiness, only with truth, for there is only one truth. Free love is my offer, for I shall deliver truth, truth shall outweigh all evil, my heart will triumph at last. Vague life. Seeking solace from every dark place, from obscure shadows the thoughts fly, the voice of conscience awakes emotions, the eyes notices countless hearts cry. The presence of cruelty surface, there shall be nobody to kiss. Try not to convey your laughter. Try not to convey your laughter, the leg is in pain and in plaster, she was drunk and fell the stairs, her nervous week ended in disaster. Try not to convey your laughter, the eye is black and teeth broken, he got in a fight over his girlfriend, the other was a bit outspoken. Try not to convey your laughter, the heart is broken and horrified, no one to console the mother, the morose son committed suicide. Try not to convey your laughter, you'll regret the deed thereafter. A scent of hate. I smell strong scent of hate in the air, it's so potent will break my heart, my trusting thoughts raced in despair. The hate so potent will break my heart, escaping to the hands of love I shall try, failing this from myself will depart. Escaping to the hands of love I shall try, it's the only way to live and survive, trepidation is imposed upon my eye. It's the only way to live and survive, without love I have nothing at all, happiness and respect I deprive. Without love I have nothing at all, I smell strong scent of hate in the air, it will entwine me and I fatally fall. I smell strong scent of hate in the air, it's so potent will break my heart, My trusting thoughts raced in despair. Contemptuous. In haiku form. Lonely canary, its song, weak and disjointed, unapproachable. Don't piss on my back. He, who goes on harming you, maltreat, undermine, and traumatize you. Degrade and humiliate you, corrupt, weaken, and discredit you. Whose tongue is false, double-faced, deceitful, and fallacious. Who does evil to you, who is atrocious, damnable, and hideous to you. Dishonor you, because you fear him, gives you the creeps. He takes your wife, bewitch, seduce, and fuck her. Steals you money, misappropriate your fund. Give false evidence against you, even though you have done him no wrong. He, who does these things to you, will you welcome him in your home? Will you forgive and forget? Will you extend your hand in friendship? Will you turn your face and get slapped again? Or will you hit back and say, "Don't piss on my back and tell me it's raining"? A new song for hope. A new song, a new melody, I shall write, compose a hit, to let it be remembered. My song will cry out for love, bless the heart that accepts it, it shall give good news to the unfortunate, to be sung day by day. The song will make it clear, to all the nations, to all the people, without prejudice, race, or creed. My song will be immense, and immensely will be praised, it will give glory and strength. Comforts the hospitalized, give hope to the meek, extend love to the unforgotten. It will let the heavens sing with joy, the sun and the moon will be glad to accompany, and I for one, will be cleansed. Faithful are the wounds. In triolet form. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, for the heartbreak is not out of use. The warmth and love extends till the end. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, yet beware of those that pretend, for the kisses of the enemy are profuse. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, for the heartbreak is not out of use.
Mirror, mirror. I look, I see, I believe, in the image is me, I am reflected not the soul, it is always set free. I look, I see, I believe, mirror, mirror I ask, am I a strange? Wearing a mask? I look, I see, I believe, mirror, mirror tell me, am I filled with vanity? Dear eyes what do you see? I look, I see, I believe. Mirror, mirror reveal all, am I downright evil? Would I take the fall? Mirror, mirror facing me, I look, I see, I believe, this is my true image, do I have cause to grieve? The kiss. The seduction of a heart, the splendor of a kiss, the commotion of love, grants the seal of bliss. The sign of love a kiss, shown with an eager eye, spoken with tender words, the seal of bliss blinded by a mystic passion the kiss proclaims, it has a unique birth of its own, the fervor of the lips bond, where good marriage is sown. It's coming to take me away. It's coming to take me away, do I know when my death comes? It's coming to take me away, please start playing the drums. It's coming to take me away to a better place, it's coming to take me away, where I meet peace face to face. It's coming to take me away, where no songs will be heard, it's coming to take me away, the lyrics not yet prepared. It's coming to take me away, somewhere where I meet fear, it's coming to take me away, where my punishment is severe. It's coming to take me away, somewhere buried in gloom, it's coming to take me away, it will be the ultimate doom. When I'm deceased, the times of my past gone, those days and nights disappeared, I do not remember them well, the night of my death is feared. They shall dress me in best garments, my hands neatly placed on my chest, comfortably in an expensive coffin, of my death I was extremely obsessed. In the darkness surrounding me, secured from all my dreaded fears, may I forget and never wake up again, and never again to shed painful tears. Not what it seems. Beautiful bodies waiting at my gate, women of all color, creed and races, my eyes looking in contentment, I truly love those enchanting faces. Horrible characters, repulsive hearts, need to manipulate and corrupt, with disgusting habits they beckon, my weakness quickly starts to erupt. Beautiful bodies waiting at my gate, this is definitely my accursed fate. Not a man. Mingling with unknown spirits, where there is no love at all, when faith does not exist, in soiled mud, I shall crawl. I shall meet on the edge of hell, joyfully I will be there, forevermore. I shall dwell with demons like me, my happiness will return like before. Show me the way to Satan, I'm a demon with evil within.
A revival. On my restoration day, my body had enough, no more sorrow, I said, no more weeping, I declared, no more pain, fuck it all, nothing will give me grief anymore, I am what I am, a human, a being, with many faults. On my restoration day, do I care anyway? The dead body. The weakened body complained, the morning too near to stop, the last drop of water had been taken, nothing can make the body to drop. The weak body in repudiation, filled with abhorring thirst, bursting, the mouth so dry, obviously I am accursed. The body reunited with his soul, nothing shall conceal the deep cracks, my own faults being satisfied, no one can forgive the actual facts. My grave, to restore there's no need, nobody, not even the gods, can intercede. Too late. Incendiary form. Bloody warfare ceased, the dead and the injured seen, inopportune stage. Between love and hate. Intrepid heart honorable love proclaims, combating sad encounters through ferocious flames, disinformation surfaces immorality spread, good and evil battles and innocent bloodshed. Proudly the heart fights with dignity and grace, evil retaliates to conquer their weakened place, all hopes for victory depends on solid belief, the need to depreciate will cause permanent grief. Hatred and enmity waits calmly and still, rising with venomous temptation seizes with skill, as the frailty of the weak mind gives way, all that was good commences in disarray. Through the veil of hate, love enters upon the grieving eyes, procuring the happier times and prudence again arise. Bizarre habits. Urine wash needed, the monkey ready to mate, a consequence of love. Refusal on any ground. Should I explore the possibility, in which death persuades my mind, to gradually gains wisdom? Will I evolve to find out, If I would exists on a higher plane, with an amount of spirited gain? On the other hand, will my mysterious soul also benefit, forming part of consciousness? If this is to be believed, in which my death will persuade me that I will reincarnate to some other form, I shall refuse to die. When I am demised, I want my soul to reside in nothingness, where nothing could, or try to seduce my emotional mind. I wish I could. To my cat named Dramatic. I wish I'd give more treats for grubs, extra smooth and ticklish belly rubs, additional visits to your favorite vet, because you are my exceptional pet. I'll get rid of those nasty evil fleas making you most beautiful like a Siamese. I shall make you the best prize fighter. Your cat's life will be even more brighter. I haven't got a clue, as to why, what or when, I was born, so forlorn. I haven't got a hint, of what is going to happen to me. I am not a clairvoyant, neither am I poignant. I haven't got class, I left my refinement in the womb, now I struggle with my status, maybe I was born in a circus. I haven't been cantankerous, though I lose my temper very quickly, that doesn't make me a bad man, just a human without a plan. I will die. At first I was impertinent, I was impudent, but then I learned my lesson, without you I was lost, so now I stay away from you, because what I did was truly wrong, with me you did not belong, so I cry all night long. You're so far away, and I am all alone, thinking of what I did, and had not time to atone. Where are you now I wonder, where can I make a rendezvous, with that lovely face, which I adored and kissed? You've gone without a trace. Please come back, and never leave me again. I'm anxiously waiting now, to ease my heart from pain, that terrific smile on your cheerful and loving face. I missed so much through the years. Why is it you left me alone to cry, alone with nothing to do but die? I will surely die, as long as you're not with me. I will definitely die, I've got nothing to live for. You left me without goodbye, and I will surely die. In my dreams. In dreams, I perceive paradise, so precise, and concise. In trances, I ignore the beauty, for cruelty. Killing love. When she called, I realized I was already kneeling beside her, and I knew from that minute that this was her time. Our bodies ached for each other, as our demons had been freed. I gazed at her, kissed her passionately, while she slowly kissed me back, with voluptuous feeling. I bit her violently on her bottom lip, she screamed with joy and sensual pleasure, as our tongues were combating each other without contempt. My mind was unbelievably relaxed. After all, this was the one and only time that I was on top of her, ready to penetrate her. I could not help myself, I knew it was meant to be. There was nothing left apart from our naked bodies in one noticing that both us were crying with love. All I knew was that she was mine, at last, as I was to her. This was the end of our beginning, this was her end, my beginning, as slowly, and without causing pain, I smothered her slowly. My feelings were beyond ecstasy, there was no other way to specifically convey my emotions. I dried the few tears still on her face, and kissed her again and again. After that, I slowly fell off to sleep, still fondling her in my arms. legs apart. A girl's legs are her best friends. Man knows this because he's smart, realizing that even the best of friends must give way and split apart. If a lady has legs of iron, she has to know the signals she transmit, and legs of iron will turn into jelly. They begin to rust, squeak and buckle a bit. Spreading her legs apart, binding them both on the bedposts, could be very uncomfortable, yet so alluring and giving erotic riposts. Legs apart while putting on tights, revealing her brief knickers in privacy, until the man comes smiling in, removing them for a bit of intimacy. Love and hate. Love and hate, a pair of gems, which are so rare, this I know damn sure. I can't have them both, it's too much to endure. Love and hate, a pair of diamonds which are so priceless. Hate is not the way, truth and life, nobody can make comparisons, since the world is full of continuous strife. Love and hate, a pair of rubies which are so precious, but they are both cunning fabricators, one is for the goody-goody, the other for the impious and fornicators. Love and hate, a pair of sapphires which is so rich, this is an appalling contradiction, as love is full of charming fondness, hate will tempt you in a passionate seduction. Love and hate, a pair of pearls which are pretty fabulous, one is for God the other for Satan. I know which one suits me best. After all, I am a confirmed pagan. Our world is full of love, full of destruction, murderers, rapists, pedophiles and wars. Our life is full of hate and broken promises, abortions, affairs, divorces and whores. Love. Who needs it? Love. Who needs it? I definitely don't. I tried and it fucking hurts, it makes us suffer, it agitates us, it consumes us, it disrupts all that is sane, and gives us so much pain. Love is not about the silly young at heart, the feeling of being in love, it is not about a fixation, it is not rapture. It is not even a burning desire. Love is not having intercourse with another person, love is virtuous, love is righteous. This is about real love, the pains and sorrows one feel when someone is lost forever. Then we learn about it the hard way, absorbing it through pain and suffering, during agonizing, in grieving. How do you replace it? How do we swap all that unbearable misery with love? How can you love someone who is dead, who is without life, someone you cannot communicate with ever again? How can you make love to a body made of bone? Can our love ever atone? Or will it adopt to disown? Unanswered questions, from a mediocre living to an unfulfilled dying. Making music. The night is horrendous, with strong winds seducing me, the howling of the sad wolves, children of the night sounding free. What music they make! Dracula exclaimed one time, as my soul I did forsake. Though in deep darkness, I must forbear my cruel guilt, surrounded by unreal forces, succumb to their pretty filth. Am I actually living life, enchanting, yet so sad? Sadness that digs profoundly into my heart, leaving me lifeless but not dead. Starting end. The beginning opposed, considering the end, dropping away quickly, into the abyss I descend. Figure of speech. My body, remarkably uncomplicated, affable within itself, appreciated. poise. Serenity inside comes to us all, not to our remorseful heart. It had a great fall. Waste of time, death in disguise, nothing achieved, voyage of empty-handed, nothing received. Bloody. If the light goes out all of a sudden, and my heart should tumble and bloody fall, delivering my soul to crumble in bloody hell, I will not bloody cry, I will never shed a bloody tear, as long as I stay bloody calm, contented and without bloody fear. When the night comes, and my mind is bright and bloody clear, sleep is the only light I'll bloody see, I will never be bloody afraid, as long as the light stays bloody on, even when I am bloody dead. Blood infidelities. Can I survive, now that I am cursed, tainted with afflicted blood, making me an innocent victim, for all time? How can I endure the emotional feeling, resisting all that I despise? To have her, is to own her, one bite and she'll be my bride, till forever, till the never, till a stake shoves into our hearts, till our heads are chopped off, till my father is no longer my father, and my mother is the woman that never was. Until then, we will either be apart, and I'll find another victim bride, or join me in the dance of the macabre, in the spectacle of rushing blood, under a moonless night, naked, on the cold pavestones of ancient graves, where others will join us, celebrating the blood weddings, uprooted from the blood of my father, betraying all that is innocent. Escort girl. She held my hand severely tight, with sexual rituals and fixations, made me live with exciting thoughts, fetish details and erotic recitations. Lesbianism. Sappho from the island of Lesbos gave a definite account of the term lesbian, thus the link of erotic desire that echo between various women. Libertarian. Words written of love and infatuations, her poems speak out loudly for females. The physical acts between women relations often is subject to controversial relays. Lesbianism, a matter of fact. Lesbianism was marketed to heterosexual men, providing an identity to isolated women in the 50s. The invisibility of lesbians has eroded since then. Now marriage of gay women is an acceptable series. The true feminist deals out of a lesbian consciousness, whether she ever sleeps with women in earnestness. Liking. Sex is abundant, through both tenderness and fury, a matter of taste, you'll be judge and jury. Slightly fulfilled. The lady moans, the pussy screams, all hell let loose, nothing what it seems. Mother, dead yet living. The home of my heart lies in the woman, whose tender love is that of the mother, and my heart always welcomed her presence, 'cause there's no one else in the world like her. My only wish that I have, mother dear, that will fill me with every needed pleasure, a future that will give me your company eternally, and the wonderful memories of you, my beloved treasure. Now there she lies forever on my arm, without life, yet living and without harm. No nonsense. In acrostic form. Never have I a requirement to justify, only my love, neither do I have to compromise, other than lust. Notice that if there is no room in hell, should roam the earth and yell? Eventually love and lust will mingle, natural feelings other for the taking, seducing the hearts of weak beings, endlessly waiting for a bit of exploration, contrasting. Morality generates irresponsibility, wickedness makes us scour, a world with no good or evil, just an appetite for power. Undivided attention. Listening well a virtue, beware of the word unheard, it may be worth a fortune, never think it's absurd. Anger of a madman. When things don't go right, and everything goes out of sight, I start to curse and turn about, I don't do the twist and shout. My anger boils over, my wife goes undercover. I lift up my hand and punch the wall, making every picture on it fall. My rage is overwhelming, then I start fucking swearing. When I disturb the neighbors, they don't ask me for any favors. With my unsocial behavior that is in motion, they call the police for their protection. I see the blue lights on their cars approaching, I hear the sirens loud and screeching. With the batons and handcuffs ready for use, they enter the house hearing me singing the blues. I'm restrained and taken to the station, arrested and locked up for the duration. A day in the life of an angry lunatic. The day begins normal but ends frantic. Not wise to witness this everyday occurrence, it is tenuous, irrational and without balance. In this normal day-to-day living of one very angry human being. The day I was killed. I can't remember how much I cried, when I found out she became a bride. That when my heart broke deep inside, that was the day that I should have died. I consoled myself drinking whiskey dry, that was the time all went awry. Did I believe in love emotion? Do I trust the creator of corruption? Do I believe in my spiritual console? Or is it just part of my mortal soul? I know that I'm still in love with her, which is like an incurable cancer. I knew that I had ran out of luck, left in state of oblivion forever stuck. I believe the day I've surely died, in void in silence eternally petrified. For long years I've been on my own, existing in a desired illusionary zone. That's not how it should have been, wanting to be heard and definitely seen. Instead I was being psychologically murdered, banished from viewing, not even censored. On same day that I was killed, my faithful heart with love was filled. Though I tried to rise again, my mind, my soul wouldn't let me suffer the same pain. While I was feeling depressingly down, he placed on my head his prickly crown. Replacing me hanged on his crucifix, for services rendered and for my ethics. My judgment was adjourned, no verdict, no outcome, nothing returned. My mind was always in the lark, compiling requiems in the dark. For when the day I died, I stared to read my elegy with pride. My body fell out of living shelter, deep in the ground, confined in a callous chamber. I profanely arrived on a crevasse, there I was not allowed to intrude or trespass. While my chasm was filled with gratifying scent, I laid in void crammed with sadistic torment. The skeletons around me started to glance, I wanted to join them, they gave me no chance. The dead tried to make me yield, but I inanely refused to be reeled. I don't recollect what was revealed, on the day I died only I was healed. And although I was only in one place, I found my creator disoriented in space. I had no time to be a cynic, as the mourners brandished a candlestick. However, the devil is my only friend, through his bond I will transcend. It was like a blinding presage. My mind, my soul were full of rage. He was not born to be in hell, but I was there for my farewell. I was to be the sacrificial rite, standing high and mighty to excite. On the day my body perished, I had been downright tarnished. As I asked for some joyful news, I've been told I was out of use. Down into the sacred tomb, enjoying the atmosphere of unrelenting gloom. Up above me my spirit screamed, my phantom cried and my ghost schemed. Thrown into a sullied abyss is what I hated most, by the exploitation of Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. For when the day I died, left alone among the bugs forsaken and decried. Now I'm gone and exiled forever, completely fucked for my endeavor. Aid. The capacity of kindness, the surplus of charity, people gives all, without scarcity. Nurturing. A garden of success needs cultivating, requires care and plenty of attention, reminds me of a marriage without interest, unsuccessful with prudence and devotion. Family of discontent. A bad wife is a husband's disintegration, an immoral husband is as bad, debauched children spells disaster, a wayward family is contemptible and sad. Like Christ. Like Christ crucified and I'm all alone, except for a hooligan and a racist, feeling thrashed from head to toe, endeavoring only to subsist. I ended in the darkness of the abyss, cursed and humiliated by the few, severely punished unjustly so, victim of aggravating jealousy anew. The innocents castigated because of faithful hearts, like the struggling snail coming out of his root, slithering without apprehension slowly, very slowly, trodden underfoot by a firm walking boot. Like Christ from the darkness I shall rise again, demolishing and devouring the common foe, with the right hand consecrated vengeance, while with the left hand time for a death blow. Long as I show me a way in my heart, cause I feel very sad, though I'm not crying, I try not to be unhappy anymore, just as long you're always in my head. I will not avoid the memories of contentment, try and get closer to your past, I will resist and resist, I try not to be miserable anymore, as long I can remember you fast. I've got to be very strong, because my feelings are bound to weaken, but I won't, I will not lose sight, as long as I remember you. And that is a very good reason. Show me a path from your spirited heart, because I feel I'm very distressed, though I've promised not to be so, I will try not to feel desolate anymore, as long as you I had possessed. Lonely happy monster. I'm only a lonely monster, I'm cursed, and I'm stuck, no woman to embrace me, no pussy to fuck. Meow. I'm only a lonely monster, I'm so pretty yet frustrated, I haven't made love to any women, I think I have been castrated. Ooh. I have got all that I need, except a sexual life, so finally I have decided to chop it off with a knife. Ouch. Oh woman, where art thou? I'm a monster, horny one at that, now that I've seen a pussy, I am happy as a cat. Meow. No ordinary man. Our hero, who endangered his own life, his heart was full of rife, by swimming across the harbor, disguised himself as a Turk, becoming Don Garcia's network. He was an actual historical figure, for carrying secret messages, in and out of the besieged cities, from under the Turks' bellies. Having learned the Turkish language, during years of captivity, he had played some crucial roles, in the victory of many Christian souls. This was the Great Siege of Malta, took place in 1565, when the Ottoman Empire was so thrive, invaded the small island of Malta, which at the time, was occupied by the Knights Hospitaller, under the leadership of Grand Master La Valette, who with his troops had the guts to run the gauntlet. 9,000 Christians, most of them Maltese, had managed to withstand a siege, lasting more than 4 months, in the hot summer, despite enduring a bombardment of some 130,000 cannonballs, but victory was their prestige. Our hero was Tony Barjada, a tall dark man, a Maltese citizen, who endured 4 years' prison, in an awful dungeon, before he was slaved on a Turkish galleon. He is Malta's famous icon, who stands as our famous pylon. Notes: Malta. The Great Siege of 1565. Tony Barjada has remained famous, for the way he used to spy on the Turks, and for swimming at length to Sicily, in Italy, take messages for the Grand Master. However, there were others, who were entrusted with specialized important work by La Valette. No Jesus. From Father David Azzopardi Songs, Black Jesus. It was December, nearing Christmas, all children in the class underway, preparing the cribs of the Nativity, created by paper Mac ready to display. Mary and Joseph, the cow, donkey, shepherds and their sheep, some awaken in the cold night, others under cover asleep. All the faces were bright and cheerful, except for one child whose skin was dark. All displayed the baby in the manger, except for him who stared without remark. He tried to buy one, he searched everywhere, but black Jesus was not for sale. His manger was empty, no baby to be found, with baby Jesus no crib to unveil. They left school exciting for next day, hoping their crib will win the prize, smiling faces and gleaming eyes. Except the black boy, it was no surprise. The next morning after school assembly, all the children in the classroom all arise, except one, the boy with the black curly hair, who stood in grief with tears in his eyes. But when he gazed at his manger, astounded his head started to spin. On Mary's lap was a baby with open arms. He had dark eyes, curly hair and dark skin. The boy smiled, his tears went away. All the children and the teacher too, started to sing away in a manger, for their happiness was overdue. Obsessive thoughts. I will never own your body, I am broken yet I shall restart, all the same I will slave you. Through feverish feelings in my heart. Each time you visit me in my mind, the joy I feel is unexplainable. When your voice reaches my inner soul, the suffering I bear is unattainable. I wanted you, I love you too well. The problem occurred unexpectedly. I did not realize how my harm love can do. Instead I gave you my true ardor not too wisely. My words make ugly unspecified gestures, like a bucket of stale water undrinkable, like an empty purse without any value. Unlike the Titanic, my words are unsinkable. I have to my love for you, yet I have lack of resolution. I am a phantom to my sentiments, a coward ghost of love emotion. When I think of you, which is constantly, I hate when I am distracted with voices afar, but when again I'm alone and in silence, my sentiments once again wide ajar. Your beauty is part of the confusion, though never discouraging or frustrating. I hope that the love you still have for me will transport you into my heart awaiting. Words incised in my heart, kisses are my breath, touch is my resurrection, true love is my death. Homeless. Very bleak is the future of the homeless, isolated from the comfort of the family, without furnishings and no care. The unprotected exposure a harsh reality. Lies. Living in falsehood, cock and bull tales, without satisfaction, the liar prevails. Such is life. God loves the virtuous, they die first, wicked people endure, even the worst. Body of substance. Have a respectable heart, you'll get a good start, with vibrant A's, is time to analyze, extreme sound ears, no static appears, make use of a kind tongue, you'll never get stung, if you boast earnest feeling, the heart will need no healing. Lastly, make sure of convivial sex, so not to become particularly lax. What else do we need, if we have to exceed? Coming alive. From newspapers cutting, dipped into flour and water glue, constructed a paper muck, a replica of Pennywise, with white-faced, menacing red-haired, razor-sharp teeth, Stephen King's demonic clown, somersaulting, coming alive, once again. Connection. While the thoughts blow through, the maze of my mind becomes clearer, soon my heart is covered with anticipations, expecting my despairs to come nearer. Like the wind that blows through the trees, propelling the withered leaves to the ground, quickly the forest is completely covered, and by negligence the old oak tree is crowned. A nippy wind comes this way, reminiscent of the cold winter, blowing through the murky streets, while distinct immorality will broaden. The chill that arrives in my heart, similar to the indifference of my mind, battling each other for dominion, not one wins as both are confined. From day to night, I learned about love one autumn day. I was young, anxious to give mine away. I found a girl tender and sweet, my expectations, I was ready to greet. Harmony very much in my heart, exceedingly tasty was my counterpart. From that day onwards I was never contented, my body and my life with lust was supplemented. Course years moved along with haste, becoming broken and without fate. Until I heard the voice of my morality, exposing my beliefs into reality. My world revolved from day to night, slowly but surely seeing a glimpse of light, an echo, a distant voice, a secluded chime, trying to warn me about my wasted time. But peace within my soul was far and between, my heart was assuming the life of a libertine. Old age crept in from each blackened corner, the angel of death was the chief performer, came the accursed signs, the detestable cautions, the pains thundering in announcing my misfortunes. With the faint sound of the trumpet's notes, my life gave way without sordid anecdotes. In silence. In silence at night I watch the sky, admiring the radiance of the glittering stars, and I wonder if their peace complements or surpasses ours. In memorial. My conflict is my struggle to reinforce a weapon for my persistent memory, Therefore, the words written are shadows that prolong, concealed in a brightness, playing an important part across my future life. Living soul, thrown in exiled, agonizing, wrestling, brooding over and over, nothing at hand will linger, it will overwhelm my life, in certain doom, waiting earnestly for the final adjustment. I am engaged to assist in the conception of my memories, which will neither blur or diminish, instead, will keep clarifying, till it is dead with me. Promises. In time of peace, treaties must be kept, no remuneration without effort, no secrets to intercept. Warning due. Here and there, everywhere, discrimination commands, beware the swift hand of God, justice it demands. A wedding. His hesitation is crystal clear, however the situation under control, the mistress is an alluring bridesmaid, this marriage will take its toll. Waste. Temptation is beyond control, lust not needed anymore, the water is stale and undrinkable, it will do well poured to the floor. In hell. In hell, a place of fire and brimstone, where flocks of bats flies over hell, and the gardens full of thorns, ready to greet me. In hell, I share all what Lucifer said, blessed are the whores in flesh, for theirs is the kingdom of hell. And all shall be terrified. Blessed are the unclean of the heart, for they shall see the Prince of Darkness, and all shall be full of joy and happiness. In hell, I share all what is petrified. In hell, I divide all what is immortalized. In hell, I reveal all what is unholy, I disclose all what is damned. In hell, my detestation is true, and I shall be contented. In hell, I am fucked and impure. Long ago. The eyes full of tears, I could not cry, the body filled with pains, I could not feel, the heart packed with love, I could not enjoy. Colliding love of bygone days, determining the outline of the life, unregulated, modified, to befit the future days, which match the past. Yesterday another country, all my borders are now closed. Late for my funeral. I am a stubborn man, so I am damn sure I will be late for my funeral. Whoever comes to the burial site, will be annoyed and angry, especially if they are feeling the cold, getting soaked with the drizzle of the rain. This inhumation will turn into an irritable farce, the moans, the whispers begin to behead. The ceremonial rites, which the priest is so anxious to get on with it, will have to wait a bit longer, and I, lying still in that comfortable coffin, will be smiling all the way. My obsequies will soon start, the hearse approaches, a sigh of relief for all present, including priest, who by now is soaking wet, starts mumbling his prayers. The Lord is our shepherd, he shall now sleep, in darkness and light. This man who was in lots of trouble, and sad with his life, help him to rest now, because I am sure this is the one time, that he will consume the fruit of the vine, and let him serve his purpose, of being in void, and we praise his name, because he was always loaded, but was also a good man, and loved and cursed, by a lot of women he had seduced. Amen. What a sad sight, what a scene, I'm in peace, feeling neither cold nor wet, while the bastards and bitches, watching my coffin descending, into my peaceful and damp tomb, where I belong, waiting for my turn to haunt them, while they are screwing their lovers and mistresses. Mental retribution. I'd love to be neglected in an isolated asylum, wretched and forlorn, in a padded room, full of rose bushes, smothering me with its fragrance, puncturing my senses by its thorns, because I'm insane. I'd love to be forsaken in a prison cell, in solitary confinement, silenced by pitch darkness, except for the noise of woman in her sexual bliss, rendering me mad with erotic fantasies, piercing my perceptions with imagination, because I'm insane. I'd love to be secluded in a winery, where the stench of alcohol overpowers my resistance to the craving, longing, yearning by thirst. I will be forced to succumb into a deadly bout of binge drinking, because I'm insane. Equinox. Autumn equinox, equal length of day and night, start of a season, so lethargic and might. My conversion. When the darkness comes soon, my soul will be ready for the conversion. In there the one truth I will find and believe. I won't be afraid I've made my decision. If the change that I will commit to should tumble and I'll fall from grace, the devil should rise up from hell's silence, and I will meet him face to face. I won't cry with this calamity, I will not shed a single tear, just as long as I stick by my decision, standing tall, without fear. Whenever I'll be in deep, deep trouble, I will have Satan to smooth things my way. He'll manipulate and fix all my discretions, forcing my enemy to retreat and go away. I will be glad when my conversion is over. I can do what my nature wanted me to achieve, be alone in my darkness and exist in peace, no one to bother me except in what I believe. There won't be material thing to worry about, not even the prospect to change iron into gold. I should be extremely relaxed and harmony. I should be very courageous and bold. I can forget about the heat of the August sun, the chill wind from the north will soon blow. I shall be aware of change that will soon appear, so that I'll be ready for the conversion of tomorrow. I will try to forget about the pending alteration. If tomorrow will bring me to much pain, I will not adjust myself for the imminent changes, instead I'll have today repeated again and again. The brown autumn leaves will be damp and wet, representing my fragile heart and diminished soul. The evenings will become darker quickly and morbid, not even cordial feelings will be able to console. I will not be bothered with the cold nights of January. My upcoming days can do nothing more to deteriorate. Whether I can handle my impending situation well, will only depend on what I can manage to vitiate. When the bright warm evenings of May arrives, I shall not be bothered with another reprise. There is no point to prolong life for just a few days. The flowers of spring will be ready for my demise. Gone will be the seasons of my benevolent life. The departure will be quick and with efficiency. I will not feel the heat of my body nor the coldness of my heart. The diminished procedure will be simple and without mystery. So it shall be written, so it shall be done. What is written, cannot be undone. Goldfish. A goldfish, a king in a pond, a pauper in the ocean sea, fortunate and contented, bemused, confused and not free. Mother of mine. Mother of mine, my love, why do you look so sad? Mother, you're with me always, and will be with me every day. Mother of mine, my heart, why does it grieve you so? your son you have saved, from crimes that were so low. Mother of mine, my soul, you look so pretty today, you will look prettier tomorrow, you'll always look pretty, that's what I say. Mother of mine, my savior, why did I make you cry and suffer? Why was your heart and soul so broken? My heart and soul broke too with your departure. I love you, my faithful lady, you are my mother forever until I die, who has joined my father your husband, while my weary eyes proudly cry. I love you, dear beautiful mother, you are the mother of my weak body, battered and squashed by evil habits, please forgive me, my good lady. Mother of mine, forever and ever I have killed you with my constant binging, crucified you alive without concern, with my miserable intoxicated lustful living. Marathon. Exhausted tortoise, climbing Mount Matterhorn, full of elegance, certainly not at one. My hell. When I arrived here, I don't know where, it wasn't with fear. When I realized where I befell, I couldn't say anything but yell, I'd landed in hell. Sirens were buzzing, horns were blowing, my presence was sounding. I stood by hell's gateway, it was my only entryway, and there I had to stay. Satan awaits the opening of the gates, to join with the inmates. This delusion felt like a dream, I couldn't cry, yell or scream, imprisoned in hell a bit extreme. This is where I had to reside as I was pulled inside, my confinement after I died. This obsession is so real, though I have nothing to reveal, except that I am surreal. Ready to move away. I am almost near completion, success depends only the outcome of this purpose. All but everything is in place, except I am doubtful, the approximately of this fixed design, still needs to be desired. After all my determination is as good as, close to submit my proposal, to someone I care about I am not sure. It is just as preposterous as it is intended to be, and it is as funny, almost crazy, and not far from insanity. Not quite as dramatic as that, but close enough. I am on the brink of extinction, it has been roaming on my mind daily, since a conflict that happened a while ago. In effect, though, I am not sure how, I will do with myself, instantly, laughing, I hope. Jaws. Sandy shores not safe, shark with grinning teeth, get toothbrush ready, hovers underneath. Replacing. Spending so much time, wanting, craving, requiring, wishing to be somebody else, but me, so I won't have pains any longer, any more memories, which are driving me insane. To further extent, I tried to kill my soul, vanquish it forever. Destroy my character, eternally, hoping I be reborn again, changed, so that I'll forget, without understanding, what was, what will I be. Waiting in the Sunday, a frog staring at the sky, holding his gut with famine, a fly to catch soon, a bait for salmon. Give and receive. Life gives solace, aggravation strikes back, in abundance, they'll attack. Soldier's pride in triolate form. There are medals on his military chest, proud to display for what he's wearing, to impress and flatter the females best. There are medals on his military chest, being too popular at the ladies' request. Accepting their gestures and their overbearing, there are medals on his military chest, proud to display for what he's wearing. Equal. A woman conquers all, a man always wins, who's the boss? Harmony duly begins. Gambling. A loser who doesn't win often, cheats, a winner who loses once smiles, dead heat is a relief, the bookmaker reconciles. What's in a house? What's in a house, if not a home? Hollowed, barren, worthless, painted in monochrome. The husband fucking, probably a ripe whore, younger, fresher, vigorous, something to explore. The carefree wife, gallivanting daily, frittering, squandering, wasting, living like a lady. She cannot wait, his estate is huge, not like his manhood, petite, diminutive, more like subterfuge. Both live their own ways, hardly meeting at all, like ships that pass in the night, overlooking, snubbing, expecting something to befall. What's in a house, if not a home? Dilapidated, corroding, wasting away, until it becomes loam. Winners and losers. Winners take all, losers fall. Everyone welcomes a winner, victories have thousand fathers, defeat is an orphan sinner. Fog in the heart. The mist cover up, meaningful comforts, belonging to a heart, with care it supports. Peculiarity. My past, my present have intertwined, from the source of this bond, derives weird episodes, solid inquisitiveness, a forbidden truth, nothing to correspond. Radical. Constitutionally, discreetly suspiciously, ruled by minions. Whispering thoughts. Whispering thoughts floating in my head, manipulating all my desires that are dead, murmuring constantly without a hint of rest, shattering all even those I had best. Whispering thoughts seducing my weak mind, which sobs relentlessly causing confusion entwined. My conscience rebels. When I find myself in times of trouble, my conscience always plays my game, whispering softly words of caution, reminding me of my forceful shame. In my lonely hour of darkness, it will be standing right in front of me, showing me true words of love, displaying the ruthless ways of my journey. When I'm broken and disrupted, living wildly in a world full of temptation, my conscience will rebel against my pity, instead of working for my salvation. For though I may be full of blame, there is still a chance that I will be freed, but my conscience will pierce my heart instantly, instead of becoming my friend in need. When Judgment Day approaches, there's still hope that I will be exonerated, from a guilty plea to an insane one. The conscious and I will still be emancipated. My punishment is greater than expected, which the conscious manipulated in my mind, causing my heart to bleed blood of remorse, making my body aches with fear consigned. What chance have I got to triumph, when my only integrity is my judge? I will rot in heaven or disintegrate in hell, my soul will still bear my filthiest smudge. Easy prey. The simplicity of people's minds, easy prey to a big capture. Dictators are fortunate enough, we do not think we venture. A baby born in 575 form. Push, push, don't give in, the excruciating pains, and baby screams. I don't need weapons. Why buy a gun, if not to shoot? Not a bird or a deer, but children to mute. Who needs a knife if not to slice? Not vegetables or bread but flesh of a being instead. To own a bomb, a reason to explode, to devastate in full democracies, to implode. I don't need a rifle to eat a rabbit or a fowl, I buy them in a market even if at the price I scowl. I don't need a knife to eat my roast lamb, I use my bare hands like I always use them. Why do I need a bomb when I have a loving heart? To love and respect everyone, black or white and not apart. They are not stupid, realized will treat me accordingly. I cannot fool people all the time, I will feel the sense of inferiority. Can I possibly get away with deceiving, cheating, without never getting caught? A fool I may be, but not a fool all the time. I remember all, but I quickly forgot. Duck, you sucker. AKA, a fistful of dynamite. In 575 form. Rebels and thieves will unite, in a fistful of dynamite, where the explosions painstakingly bite. Money tastes like honey. Money tastes like honey, makes us little funny, asking for many, spending more than a penny, becoming phony, and very puny. Protective walls. While everyone is alive, running around and frolicking, here I am withstanding, slowly decaying. There is no meaning any place, in the long run of life I am a victim. I don't believe that God exists. If he does, then I will hate him. I cannot protect myself by building walls. I won't shield myself from the influence of sorrow. I would like to mourn my youth in peace. I do not care for the harmony of tomorrow. I cannot remove the mask from my face, but I can't find myself to put it back again. I don't want to die, yet I don't want to live. Leaving life is good, though I rather remain. There's only one thing I see and realize. The walls I've built to keep me from runaway, now they have become my confinement, them too are of no use and crumbling away. I stand naked and tired, without justification or care, not a very illuminating sight, then again I think it's very fair. I stare at the mirror coldly, the image I see is ridiculous, so do I for that matter, although it does look monstrous. I would like to cry, weep and howl now and later, tomorrow and for a whole week, a year or till I meet the Creator. Platonic affair. I used to dance, the dance of life, 2 steps from ecstasy, 3 steps to misery. To be free from physical desire, to love somebody wholeheartedly, without hurting somebody else, is harmless and justified. In an ideal world, to love somebody wholeheartedly, ending in bed with them, is not always the case of misgivings. Some love is pure and clean, it is free from moral taint and defilement. It is the idealistic way, to have a mutual agreement, with the wife or partner, on having physical love for another person. It will be most tangible, beyond consciousness, or direct apprehension. The word Platonic derived from Plato, a person far more superior intellectually than me. Who am I to criticize this genius? Have I got the presumption to say loudly that I cannot agree with him? I don't dance anymore. Instead I let life does it for me. After all I have become the Platonic Bolero. Guild. The unborn fetus, considered dead, to conventional abortionists, without conscience and dread. On Calvary Hill. We suffer so extensively when Good Friday comes. Jesus' account told through the world across. He was kissed, he was betrayed and was arrested, sent to Pilate who sent him to the cross. We suffer so much when we see him flogged. Jesus' death, the clock barely chimes. Once whipped, another whip came again, lashed cruelly for us, 30 times, 30 times. They pushed him violently down on the hardened ground. When they arrived at the place of the skull, with rusted nails they hammered him to the cross, while the sky was getting very dull, dull. On the cross, hands wide apart, Jesus cried, with a voice that pierced the heart of the few, "Father, Father," he called with painful voice, "forgive them, they not know what they do." The sky above was for an afternoon. The crowds was getting somehow frightened. Jesus said, "Into thy hands I commit my spirit," and with those last words we were cleansed. If I had the ultimate power, what would I have done? I would have changed time and a new one I would begin. The center of life. At the heart of living, no dividends, except I die, while my soul transcends. Retained love. Whoever owns love, happiness is at hand, sorrow lurks in shadows, traveling to the wonderland. Couple of beautiful words. Love and compassion, what wonderful words they are. If only they are accurately used, then brutality will stay afar. No regrets, never. Everything my heart felt was for her. I've never regretted anything I've done, neither will I cry over my decisions that I've taken in the past that still haunts me, echoing forever in my mind, collapsing fast. Everything my heart felt, I gave to her, without regrets or remorse. It was my fate, my crumbling destiny. This I did gladly and will do it again. The forbidden love which I pursued, till this day in vain. With my sad and painful memories, I have to live a subdued life. It is not wise to live in the past, which doesn't help my morbid thoughts, thoughts that are always within me, severely preying on my emotion anecdotes. I won't regret anything, neither will I erase the past. The past makes my love even stronger, and when I meet her again in another life, I will not make the same stupid mistakes. She shall be forever my spiritual wife. Observing. I see the dogs and the cats too. They are so faithful to me and you, the best friends anyone can have. Their affection for us is so true. Bright white clouds with no dark scared nights, no rain, no sleet, no snow, just the sun raining bravely in the sky, with rays making the tree leaves glow. I hear the birds sing high up on a tree. They have freedom in the habitat of nature. I whisper to myself, what peaceful harmony, independently free, devoid of capture. I listen to the cries for the absent moral justice that people face living through the ages. I heed the sobbing of the sick, the wails of the mourners. I wish I could relieve the pains in their love embraces. I watch the alcoholic waiting restlessly for a drink. I observe the junkie sticking the needle in his arm. I scrutinize the pedophile hovering around the schools. I spot the killer ready for his victim with a firearm. I accuse myself of being too pessimistic, reproaching every negative action I take, blaming my mind for all the adverse decisions, feeling guilty for the only love I did forsake. After watching everything and everywhere, did I even take a good look at myself? I am good, kind, honest and respectful, why then have I put myself on the shelf? Sunrises, I'm alive. Life alone is a greatest sunrise, so why death should not be an even greater one? Optimism is two lovers, walking into the sunset, arm in arm. I will welcome the phenomenon of a sunrise, only if I wait in the darkness. Satan who reigns in hell. Greetings, Lord who reigns in hell, invite us to your domain and we will comply. All we need is absolute freedom, desiring your generosity you'll supply. Greetings, Prince who reigns in hell, are we allowed to join you? So that our endless dreams will be fulfilled, our relentless wishes will come true. One day we'll come and live in your kingdom, in your dominion where you reign, and there the carnal peace we will share, where nothing is sacred but profane. In your kingdom there is no need for an agenda, we're all the same and we're all alike, rotten apples in one huge basket, whether heterosexual, gay or dyke. Greetings, King of Darkness, reigning in hell. You are good for being bad, and we gladly join you, because we're bad, sad and mad. If the saints, the angels, and the archangels should fly over the kingdom of hell, God will flip his lid, he won't take it so well. Searching. It wasn't the way, not how I was living, it was neither the thoughts that I thought, it was not the actions that I took, but the frivolity that I sought. It had something to do with the craving, something to do with the bottle of wine. It changed me into an intense man. It was the addiction who put me out of line. I never have peace in my heart and soul. The words I say speaks out ardently. The thumping that fondles my heart, it's the feeling that makes it fall apart. I am derelict, like an old house, don't know anything about me at all. The dilapidated temple of my consciousness, finding I'm in deserted ruined pitfall. Surely my mind flagged, I have remembered the truth, hauntingly. My ears are blocked, I heard the truth, unwillingly. My eyes have lost sight, I saw the truth, convincingly. My tongue I have swallowed, for speaking the truth, expressively. My hands tied up, I cannot write the truth, securely. My legs had been broken, I never can go nearer the truth, illegally. Knowing who I am, I'm the only person that matters indubitably. Shame of an alcoholic. A vague humiliation was only the beginning, with a subtle awkwardness I could not cope. I hoped it will disguise the vicious truth, the mysteries and agonies of my uncertain hope. It was only my shame that held me back. It placed me in a strange and dark atmosphere, a place full of uninvited obscure shadows, where all my inhibitions would appear. Embarrassments that occupied my life, the days came with unexpected tomorrows, the nights followed with anticipated past, all I had left was a heart jammed with sorrows. Evil reborn. One day and from nowhere Hitler is reborn, Hussein, Bin Laden, and Gaddafi will join forces, to conquer the people from goodness forlorn, who will be forced to live by their only choices. Standing tall. Panicky made me what I am today, being fussy about love is harder to commit, the heart can express many loves untrue, though only one real love is ready to submit. My heart feels nothing more than sensations, the mind trying to forget my pedantic moods of passions. Nothing is hidden under the emotions of love, and I try to forget my finicky feelings of suspicions. Antipathies from my trivial life, I'll felt it, wishing I've never met the girl who grabbed my love and killed it. Hatred made me sad, while love made me mad. The hostility from life won my assiduous heart with strife. The harmony of my mind she destroyed by being kind. Though from her love I had a great fall, I confronted it entirely and stood tall. Many years after I'm still distraught, she's not to blame and neither was. You have been listening to In Search of Unrelenting Emotions, Collected Poems by Alfred Vassallo.